Hi there, everybody. It's Karen McLaughlin, certified personal trainer here in Hamilton, Ontario. Here with you for my Tuesdays at 2 live broadcast. Glad to have you with me as always. I'm just going to start off by saying I'm getting over a little bit of a cold, so I really apologize if there's a little bit of throat clearing or sniffling in this video. I'm going to do the best I can, but the body's doing what the body's doing, and it's not cooperating so much. So just try and grin and bear with me. I did want to still come on board this week and share some useful information with you, even though I'm a little subpar. So this week, what I'm going to be talking about is morning routines. Why you should have a morning routine, and what are some of the things that I suggest you might want to include in that morning routine. Now, I know some of you are thinking right away, oh God, she's going to tell me to get up an hour and a half earlier than usual and work out for that time before I start my day. And that's definitely not what I'm going to tell you. So fear not. If you're thinking that was it, that's not it. So I hope you'll stay tuned to find out more about what I am actually going to talk about. I will qualify this by saying I am absolutely in no way, shape, or form a morning person. Never have been. So this is not going to be one of those get up at 5 a.m. blah, blah, blah things. Okay? So stick with me. I promise it's not that bad. So why am I talking to you about morning routines? The big reason is because we know that starting your day purposefully spills over into the rest of your day. It's going to have a huge effect on how the rest of your day plays out. So that doesn't mean that you need to do that 90-minute killer workout first thing, but the way you start your day is the way your day continues, generally speaking. So you want to start your day not in a reactive space of, oh gosh, I slept through my alarm, I'm already half an hour late, I'm running, the kids are screaming, you can't find anything, you can't find your pants that you need to wear to work. You want to create some sacred space in the morning. And I know this can be a hard thing to do. As I said, I'm not a morning person myself, so it's been an ongoing process for me to get myself in the act, get up a little bit earlier so I can have some intentional time. Now, I know those of you who have young kids, it could be even harder because if they get you up, then when do you have time for yourself? So I know some moms with young kids that have their kids will reliably sleep into a certain hour, so they'll get up a little bit before they know their kids wake up. That's one idea. Some people trade off with their partners, so they're watching the kids while the partner's doing their kind of morning routine thing. So just use a little creativity if you need to make this work, but I know if you're determined to do something, you'll figure out a way to do it. So the whole point of this is you're setting the tone for your day by the way your day starts. And you're going to be more likely to get accomplished all of the things that you want to do if you start the day in a more focused way. So what are the things that I suggest you start your day with? I made a little acronym called S.M.I.L.E, literally the word smile. So start your day with a smile. The S for that is stillness. And this is hugely important for everyone, especially the busier you are, the more kids you have. I think it gets even more important to take this time. So meditation is fantastic if you're comfortable with that, if you know how to do that. I would highly suggest the first thing you do. That's my first thing. I get up, I use the washroom, and then I put my behind on my meditation cushion. And my husband and I meditate together for 15 minutes every morning. So it's a great way to just start the day with a little bit of calm before you let the crazy take over. Now, if you've never meditated before, or you're thinking 15 minutes, holy cow, that's a long time, it's okay. You know, don't get hung up on the M word. Some people are really hung up a bit by the thought of meditation, and it sounds like too intimidating for them. So you know what, if you're not sure how to get started with that, just sit in a quiet room and take some deep breaths for a few minutes. That's stillness. That's all you need to do to get started. Okay, and I'm definitely going to be doing another Facebook Live just about meditation at some point in time, because it's something I love to talk about with people. So if you're interested in it, I will be talking about it more down the line, but if you don't know where to start with that, just sit somewhere quiet for a few minutes, no interruptions of any kind, and just breathe quietly. Just start with your day with a little peace and stillness. So that's S. The next thing, and this is not going to be a shocker for any of you, M is for movement. You knew I was going to tell you to move at some point, right? Now, this does not have to be a quote-unquote workout, okay? And it totally isn't for me. I told you I'm not a morning person, so I don't like to do heavy exercise in the morning, absolutely not. But you should start with some movement, just to get everything flowing. You've been in bed for hopefully 8 hours. So you haven't been moving around very much. The first thing you can do to start moving is to make your bed, actually. And I know that sounds a little goofy, but making your bed is actually one of those keystone habits that I've spoken about before. If you don't know what that means, a keystone habit is a habit that seems to trigger like widespread change in a person's life. And I don't know that anybody actually understands why or how this happens, but there's certain behaviors that if you make them a habit, it seems to trigger just like a domino effect of positive change throughout your life. And interestingly enough, making your bed is one of those things. People who start making their bed, they're more productive overall, more focused. So that's a way that you can start getting a little bit more movement. You know, at least you can shake out the sheets and bash your pillows a little bit. You're getting a little bit of action in there. To take it a little further, some people like to do a little bit of yoga or something like that in the morning, and if that works for you, that's great. A few poses. But even just, you know, doing a few squats, taking your shoulders through some range of motion, just moving things around, you know. It doesn't have to be hard, but I just want you to do something. I'm sorry, I'm really just have to wipe my nose because it's driving me crazy. Hang on a sec, guys. Okay, sorry. Yes, so movement. Keep it simple, like it doesn't have to be, it can just be like a few minutes, but just something to get moving through your joints. So like I said, a few squats, a little yoga, move those shoulders around. We don't tend to move our joints so much. So just anything to get the ball rolling. If you feel like taking a little bit of a walk for a few minutes outside, that's great too. Actually, early morning sun is fantastic for your brain. So if you live somewhere where it's warm, or or the 2 minutes in Canada where we have nice weather, get outside and just go for a little walk around the block. It'll get your circulation going, and also getting sunlight on your retinas in the morning has been shown to be hugely beneficial. So that's another little side benefit. So if you can do the movement outside, even better yet. But you know, if it's minus 20 and snowy, you don't have to. I'm not gonna make you, so just do something for a few minutes that feels good movement wise. Okay guys, so that's M. The next one is I, which stands for inspiration. So I'm a big believer in finding something to kick off the day that gives you just a little bit of inspiration or motivation, something you can carry with you throughout your day when things get a little challenging, whether that's you know, a spiritual text, or it's some kind of personal growth mentor whose writing you enjoy. I really, really think it's important to get a little mental dose of feeling good and something that you can carry. Sorry guys, I don't know what, my phone just had a little attack. Sorry, that probably blanked out on you for a sec. I'm back. Yes, so something inspirational. I prefer the reading mode to anything else. But you could listen to a podcast while you're walking around the block if that works for you. I know I have so many friends who love podcasts, so if you love that, go for that. I prefer to keep my technology away from my morning routine because I just find technology is like overflowing the rest of my life. So I like to go screen free and basically just keep to, good old fashioned books. Sorry, I'm really sniffly, I can't help it. If you do like videos, there's some amazing video out there, so that can work too, but again, I prefer to keep my tech out of my morning routine. But that might be something that you do you can have some reading in the morning and then maybe you can watch something inspiring on a break to keep it going, because there's some fantastic video out there. But as I said, I prefer the tech-free morning routine. So far we've got stillness, movement, and inspiration. The next one you're going to love, I know, because L stands for luxury. And you can tell I'm not a morning person. That's why I had to put that in there, because I need a reason to get out of bed. No, I love you guys. I love what I love what I do, but I'm just not a morning person. So I'm like, yeah, I love my clients. I love working with them, but those first few minutes of the day, they're just not great for me usually. So I need to have a little something to look forward to when I first get out of bed, especially when it's freezing cold in the middle of the winter. So I don't mean anything really extravagant really by luxury, but just that one little thing. For me, it's my cup of coffee with my coconut cream and my cinnamon. And I actually switched to drinking decaf a while ago, but I still look forward to the coffee even though it's not caffeinated with my coconut cream and my cinnamon in it. It's just my little treat to start the day. Some people, aren't coffee drinkers, but maybe you love a tea. So my suggestion is just to make it a really good one, So my coffee's decaffeinated, but I buy a nice organic free trade one from a local company, and I really like it. So it's something that feels good to me, and it's enjoyable, and I love the hot drink is really important when it's freezing. So, if you're a tea drinker, find a really awesome, amazing tea that feels great to you. For the ladies, and men too, but ladies are more into this, but like, if you have a nice soap or body wash that you use in the shower, that's another just little tiny luxury that brightens your morning up a little bit. So I threw that one in there kind of for a fun thing because, this morning routine thing sounds so like hardcore and serious, but we should all allow ourselves to have just something fun in our day. So starting the day off with that little thing that feels like you can look forward to it, it's a little bit of a treat. And maybe shake it up a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm just going to turn my head again and wipe my nose. Colds suck, don't they? Okay, I'm back. So whatever that is for you, of course, try to keep it on the healthier side. I'm not going for the jelly donut luxury treat. Something more on the healthy but luxurious that makes you feel good side. Because we could all use a little bit of that in the morning, I think. So the final one, the E, is for envisioning. So this is the one that gets a little bit more hardcore. So envisioning can mean a few different things. So it can mean take a few minutes to plan out your day and think it through. I'm a big list maker. So it's just kind of pausing, thinking about what has to happen today and when is it going to happen. So this is where you think about, I know you've already moved a little bit because I told you to, but when and how am I going to include some more movement in the rest of my day? If you think about it now, you'll figure it out. If you don't think about it, you can easily go throughout your entire day and not get it done. So think about, when can I squeeze in 15 minutes of walking? Can I get a little bit of, hanging or squatting or moving through my joints throughout the day? How am I going to just keep my day feeling more dynamic instead of sitting around? Putting a little intention into it here is going to help you create that later because you've thought about it in advance. Of course, you're going to be thinking about everything else that you've got to do on your to-do list as well. And the other part of this envisioning is just, if there's something challenging coming up for your day, just really think about how you want that to go. Something hard, we all have that stuff we got to deal with, but just think about how you can bring some intention to the challenges. Just think about how you want to show up in the world today. I mean, all my friends are such great people, but we all have, I have the intention to show up, or, I think I'm a nice person, I want to be kind and loving to everybody, but in the moment, sometimes you get really challenged with that, right? Somebody's really pressing your buttons. So just checking in with that in the morning. How do I want to show up, and how can I have the strength to do that? Because it does get rough out there in the trenches sometimes of daily life. So those are the 5 things I like to include. And okay, one more nose blow, and hopefully I can get through the rest of this without another one. Hang on. Okay, so again, morning routine. Why is it important? It sets a tone for your day. You're going to be more focused, more productive. You're just going to accomplish more and with less stress. So start it with a smile, stillness, movement, inspiration, luxury, and envisioning. 5 things. Okay, guys? This cold is driving me nuts. I'm probably making you crazy. I hope you got something out of this. I think I really gotta go though, because I really have to go blow my nose in a big way. If you have any questions, comments, anything, please leave them below and I will try to answer them. Or give me a shout at yourfitnessgroove@gmail.com. Find me on Facebook or Twitter. Have a great week. Work that morning routine and let me know how it goes for you or what you'd like to add. Okay? Hang in there, guys, and keep rocking it. And I'll see you next week, and hopefully I will no longer have this cold. Okay? Bye for now.